Good morning, students. Today we are going to see story The Last Leaf, Extract 3. Children, now I would like to read extract loudly. You have to listen it very carefully. Let's go through the text. Old Behrman was a painter who lived on the ground floor, but he was a failure in art. For 40 years he had wielded the brush but had not made any money. He had been always about to paint a masterpiece but had never yet begun it. For several years he had only made a few paintings. He earned a little by serving as a model to the young artists in the colony who could not afford other models. He always talked of his coming masterpiece. Sue told Behrman about Johnson's fancy. Old Behrman was shocked that anyone could have such idiotic imaginings. What? He cried. Are there people in the world foolish enough to die because of leaves dropping off from a vine? I have not heard of such a thing. Why did you allow this thought to enter her brain? She is very ill and weak, said Sue. The fever has made her mind full of fancies. This place is not good for Miss Johnson. Some day I will paint a masterpiece and we shall all go away. Yes, said Behrman. Johnson was sleeping when the two went upstairs. She showed Behrman the ivy vine that Johnson saw through the window. They looked at each other for a moment without speaking, and then began their work. Outside, a cold rain was falling continuously, mingled with snow. Sue closed the window. Next morning, when Sue woke up, she found that Johnson was staring at the closed window again with dull, wide open eyes. Open the window. I want to see, she ordered. Sue obeyed. But lo, even after the rain and the fierce wind that blew throughout the night, there yet stood against the brick wall one ivy leaf. It was the last on the vine, still dark green near its stem, but with its edges tinted with yellow, it hung bravely from a branch some 20 feet above the ground. Students, let's see detailed explanation of the given extract. Old Behrman was a painter. He was living on the ground floor, but he was failure in art because he could not make any great painting in his career. Hence, he could not earn more money from painting. But old Behrman would always think about to make a big masterpiece in his painting. For several years, he had only made a few paintings. Now he wanted to make a one biggest painting. He would earn money by serving a model to the young artist in the colony. As she was discussing something with Behrman, moreover, she discussed with Behrman about the Johnson's fancy. Fancy means imagination. After listening the Johnson's condition from Sue, Behrman was shocked. He was unable to believe that anyone could have such idiotic imaginations. Therefore, Behrman was getting too confused because, as per the Johnson's fancy, when last leaf of the ivy vine will be fallen down, she will die. As far as Sue's opinion is concerned, that Johnson had fever, therefore her mind is full of fancies. To get rid from this problem, Behrman suggested her, this place is not good for Johnson and we must change this place as early as possible. Someday I will make a masterpiece and then we shall go away. When Johnson was slept, Sue showed Behrman that ivy vine. They both told nothing. They looked only to each other for a moment and then they went for their work. Outside the window there was a rain falling continuously, mingled with snow. It means mixed with snow. Rain was falling mixed with snow. Therefore, Sue closed the window. Next morning, as she woke up, she found that Johnsy was staring. Staring means looking. Johnsy was looking at the closed window again and again with dull, wide open eyes. Here, wide open, it is a compound word. Johnsy wanted desperately to see towards the ivy vine. Therefore, she ordered to Sue open the window because she wanted to see that last leaf. As there was heavy rainfall, so Johnsy thought that that last leaf might be fallen down. But as she looked towards that ivy vine, she realized that that last leaf was not fallen down, that was still remained on the brick wall. Though there was heavy rainfall, but that last leaf did not fall. It was still there, and that experience changed Johnsy's life. In this way, today we have seen extract 3. Rest of the part of the lesson we will see in next video. Now we are going to discuss some questions, some activities from the extract. Let's examine some grammar questions. Question number 1. She is very ill and weak. Suggestion: make it exclamatory. What is the answer? Answer is how ill and weak she is. Second question. Open the window. Change the voice. Let the window be opened. Question number 3. Johnsy was sleeping. Suggestion: identify the tense. It is past continuous tense. Sentence number 4. Sue closed the window. Suggestion: underline the subject and predicate. Answer is Sue, subject, closed the window, predicate. Students, now I would like to give some activities in assignment. You have to complete them by reading extract. Activity number 1, simple factual. True or false? First one, Behrman was a famous artist. Second, she was sleeping. Third, Behrman closed the window. Activity number 2, complex factual. Answer the following questions. Question number 1, who was Behrman? Why did she call him to their flat? Question number 2, what did Behrman promise to do someday? Activity number 3, vocabulary. Pick out nouns, adjectives and adverbs from the passage. Activity number 4, grammar. Sentence: Johnsy was sleeping when the two went upstairs. Identify the clauses. And activity number 5, personal response. Question is, do you believe that things are lucky or unlucky for you? Do you think such fancies turn out to be true? Students, this is personal response question. So you have to write your personal opinion regarding to given question. In this way, today we have seen some activities. You have to write them in your classwork. Thank you.